This podcast contains strong language, strong opinions, and a twisted sense of humor. Side effects of listening may include uncontrollable laughter, talking back to your speaker, and reevaluating all life choices. If you're still here after all of that, welcome. You're our kind of people. Welcome to Full Volume No Filter. I'm your host, Trey, and I am here with my crew as always. To my right, I got my boy, Leota.
Hey, yo.
To his right, we got the lovely and late Total Package.
Yeah, I live far.
And to her right, we also have Bugsy. What's up, guys?
What up? Always here.
How y'all doing today?
Doing good. It's been a beautiful morning, but a crappy afternoon.
What was so crappy about it?
The morning was great, man. I woke up, went to work, just had meetings all day. It was nice and chill. I had a lot of chaotic energy, so I was wide awake, jumping all over the place. Then I go to lunch, right? I look in my trunk, and this bottle of whiskey I got. This is all I got left right here, like one glass.
Okay, a quarter.
The whole shit's, well, first I get in my car and I'm like, man, it smells like whiskey in here. I'm like, fuck, I bet you this shit spilled. Go into the trunk, look at my backpack, and it's fucking soaked. The whole thing's soaked. I got my gym shorts in there.
You should have just started sucking on your backpack and your shorts.
I was gonna wring them out and bring them out into the thing, but I'm like, nah, it probably won't taste good. Yeah, it'd be a little salty. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, so then then I go to Walgreens afterwards, right?
Yeah.
And I park further away from everybody because I don't wanna park where everyone else parks, right? But needless to say, every time I do this shit, somebody still comes and parks fucking next to me. When I try to park out of the way of everybody else, they still park right next to me to the point to where I can't even get in my car. So I'm coming out of Walgreens, right? And this dude parks right in a minivan right next to me where I could barely get in my door. I told him, I'm like, why? You got all these spaces over here.
They trying to kidnap you, bro.
I'm like, probably.
There was.
I'm like, why the fuck do you park next to me? He's like, it's a free country, man. It's a free country. Just walks in. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Well, I'm going to tell you something.
Then it was good after.
I'm one of those guys. I see somebody park far.
Yeah, fucking prick.
I park close to them too. Fuck your car.
Like, who do you think you are?
I'm not trying to get door dings all over my shit.
That's crazy. How about you, Total Package? What's up?
What's up? I am doing better. I'm a little congested. And I hate to say, but the summer here in Chicago is over. Looking at the 10-day forecast, I'm so sad. I want it to be another good month of like 90s and 80s, and I don't
think
foresee
we're gonna
it.
have an Indian summer. Yeah, you know what an Indian summer is?
No, but
well, that's in September, October. It's gonna be warmer. That's an Indian summer.
I guess so. Then that means that going into the winter is going to go into May.
What?
Nah, like March.
I don't know what
February,
that had to do.
I
with
don't know
anything.
either. What do you mean? Oh, you mean because it's going to push you back? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it will.
Well,
You don't think
Because
the
sometimes,
season-
like around
doesn't do
Easter,
that.
no, but sometimes
No,
around
dude.
Easter, it's cold as fuck, raining, and it's like 40 degrees around Easter.
well, I expect the raining to happen.
Yeah.
because it's
Because
April.
that's the
April
time.
showers.
Yeah.
May flowers.
We done had snow in April before.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I
That's
think
what I'm like. So,
But that's
yeah.
not an every year thing. That means they'll keep pushing and keep pushing and pushing. I don't believe it pushes back. We just have later.
I'm not looking
No, I
forward
heard
to it.
I had heard a theory about the reason it's starting to be like that is because the Earth is getting further away in its orbit from the sun.
I don't know about that, but I think the seasons are off a month. I think everything from what it was like 10 years ago, maybe because of the leap year day or whatever, it just kept adding up over time. So now it's, think about it, 30 years, 30 years is 30 days. That's a whole month.
And that is.
Right? So,
Hey man, that is insightful. That's making me think right now. Word up. I mean, that extra day
I don't know
push
though.
it back.
Wait, what's a leap year? Every what? How many years? I forgot.
4.
Every
Okay.
4.
So yeah, so it's gonna
it's
push
not
it back
30.
like a half month.
Yeah, because every
So-
4 years, my birthday falls on the actual holiday,
Okay.
Memorial Day.
Well, here's the thing though. Think about it. Like when we were kids, summer used to start at like the beginning of June, right? Like it would be fucking hot, like 90 degrees.
Wait. How do we gloss over that? You said every 4 years it falls on Memorial Day.
And then,
Yeah, I think so.
Because
Yeah.
of leap year.
and then he said every year it added up to 30, which the math sucked.
That's what I was like, what?
No, it adds up to 15, right? I don't know. Whatever.
What?
Divide by 4.
Divided by 4, 30.
3 weeks. Hey, I'm not good at math.
You went to
Only
community
physics.
You went
So-
to community grammar school.
Exactly. Geometry. Trapezoid.
This guy.
Trapezoid.
Anyway, how about you, Bugsy? What's up? How was your week?
Oh, it was a very, very eventful, long, hard-working weekend. I had a ton of concerts that I did this weekend.
A ton of who?
Ton of concerts.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm
Concerts. Concerts.
it was, I mean,
Hello.
the songs and everything. I mean,
British.
the artists were, some of them were dope, some of them were bogus.
Yeah, I've seen
You know?
Music Soul Child, and I was just like, what is going on?
He was bad?
He was terrible.
He's always
wow.
bad
That was
live.
like a handful of like years ago. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, some of the old school cats like Layla Hathaway, I listened to her this weekend and she still got it.
She was good.
I can't wait for tomorrow.
She was good. 112 and John B came out.
How was that?
It was 112 was there, but it was more like one half because it was
Oh, shit.
if
I
like
would think
three of
they
the
would be
members
good.
weren't like really there.
Singing or doing nothing?
The only original person there was what's the lead singer dude?
I don't even
and
know.
half
Slim.
of the
I just
Slim.
know peaches and cream. That's
Slim,
it.
right? But half of the concert, his mic didn't work, so he
Oh,
kept
yeah,
like
yeah,
trying to get a mic. But John B was part of it, and he did pretty good.
Yeah,
I
John
used
B's
to
always
love
good.
John B.
He's fucking kind of was never as big as he should have been. You know.
I'm ready for Drew
Yeah.
Hill
I agree.
and
what
Genuine.
I will say,
In the
Pastor Mike
jeans.
Jr. though,
Was off the chain.
when
Really?
that gospel
Yes.
concert, when I say
Wow.
they were singing,
Amen.
they gave a show.
Amen.
So I can't say like that was probably the whole weekend. They did the best show.
yeah.
I would
Yeah.
like to second that. I was there. The show was amazing. Pastor Mike, Jonathan McReynolds.
It was supposed to be Karen Hawthorne, but I think she didn't make it.
She got stuck at the airport.
Yeah, it was one of the singers that was with I think Pastor Mike Jr. I gotta remember to put the Junior on it because it's he's the kid.
Oh, okay.
And he just came out with an album, but it was real nice. It really put me in the mind frame of almost kind of Kurt Franklin like, but I was listening because he actually sing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she can't
And high
sing
energy.
really well.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
I'm ready
100.
for
High
Genuine
energy.
tomorrow. What time does it start? I'm going to be there. Y'all see me.
it starts at 9:30.
What?
That's
No, the
actually
concert
what's
is at 7. It's the
Yeah.
concert.
I'm
at
getting
7.
there before that.
Okay. Yeah. So, no, the concert was good. 112 was horrible to me. Now,
They were bad.
Just to me.
They were bad.
I don't know to
How was
anybody
the
else.
turnout? How was the turnout with people?
But I know people started walking out.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
People started
Was it
leaving the
crowded
concert.
though originally?
it was a nice amount of people.
Yeah.
It was a nice amount of people. They had a nice line. But it was like once they got to maybe like the second song, people was like, this is some bull. And they
Because the
left.
mic kept messing up.
They started walking out. Yeah.
Not only that, Slim yodels the whole goddamn show. I ain't never liked how he sung. He's yodeling, and that's all he did. He wasn't singing.
Yeah.
And because you didn't have Q and what was the other guy's name?
Some other people.
Them other people, right? Who really didn't matter. But the show was lackluster.
The crazy thing to me, the other members were the ones to me in 112 that were the better singers. You know, I never understood like when people had when it would make like these groups, these boy groups and everything, who they chose. Some of them you was like, okay, I get it. But some of you like, why you didn't put him in the front? Maybe he just didn't look right.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
I
probably
don't know.
what it was.
And that's what it was. Slim was probably more of the eye appealing to the women. He was lighter than the others. He was, I guess the sex appeal for the women. What would you say, package?
Yeah.
He was, right?
Yeah,
So-
because it's like that in all like boy bands, you know, or boy groups, or it's very rare that.
Yeah, you got to put the cool look to the forefront, even though somebody else might have more of the talent. You
Okay.
know?
Well, I mean, overall, it was
But
it
I
was a
feel
good
like they should
weekend.
have like more voice ranges. Still,
Yeah.
when you make a band like that, you shouldn't have guys that sound too similar.
Right.
You know,
You shouldn't.
but sometimes they do.
You know, but me this weekend, I did go see the concerts. It was my birthday yesterday. So, you know,
Yes, happy
Nice, you're old.
birthday.
thank you. Had a good time. The missus took me to blow glass.
Yeah.
How did that work out?
Man, it was fun.
He's
It
an
was
expert
fun.
at blowing glass.
Glass. Oh,
blowing glass. So she took me to blow glass, which was amazing. You're standing in front of this furnace that's hot, like lava. It's hot as hell.
Yeah.
And you're melting the glass and constantly going back and forth, trying to shape this glass.
what do you got gloves on while you're doing this?
Nah, bare hands.
Really?
Bare hands.
And that don't.
So
that
what?
don't-
How hot is it though?
Gloves
Like,
don't feel right to him.
So
I want to blow glass.
so what it is, you have probably this. Is that what you want to blow?
No, I've always wanted to do that.
So this pole that the glass is on is probably a good 6 feet, 6 to 7 feet.
and how close is it to the fire?
Real close. So probably 3 feet. You stick not even probably quarter of it into the furnace. So
Okay.
you're holding the back end, stick it into the furnace, and it's melting the glass. You pull it out, and then you start spinning it on the table.
And it's still hot though, right?
Still hot.
but not hot enough to burn your hands because you're bare hands.
Not right. It's a
Right,
certain
okay.
point. Like, so they say wherever's red on the pole or black, don't touch.
Don't touch that air. Okay.
Just touch the silver part.
And what is the original shape that they give you from the start? Is it just like a ball of glass?
Just a melted piece. They dip it into this other furnace that has nothing but clear glass. They dip the stick in, take it out. You take it over to the other furnace. No, first you take it over to the other glass color that you want. So
What color did you choose?
Red and white.
Oh, okay.
Red and white.
You know what's crazy about it though? Because he was supposed to have been
Peppermint.
there trying to make like a wine glass, but his blowing skill was so much he made a vase. You know what I'm saying? He blew and stretched the vase out. You know what I
Stretched
mean?
He gets like a golf ball through a garden hose.
Through a straw. That's the saying.
That's even better.
That's even better.
He said it's
right?
even better.
I had a good weekend. The wife, and then we went out to dinner, which was very, very good. I had some
Did you like that place?
liked it. Pavare. They actually had some lemon pepper chicken pasta.
Yeah.
It was good. So that
So
was
where
it.
was the place at though? It was downtown.
Yeah,
or
somewhere.
downtown Chicago.
I
It's
couldn't
like
even-
Logan Square.
Oh, okay, Logan Square.
Yeah.
I haven't been down there in a while.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you. So, but that
But
was
the
it.
food was good. What about the vibe of the place?
Vibe of the place. It was good, man. I would say if I was to give the
Or
vibe,
West Town.
the
Like
vibe
West Town.
place would be probably a 7, and the food probably a 6.
Damn, that sucked.
Wait, what's a 7?
The
Now-
vibe is 7,
Oh.
and the food probably a 6.
6 why? For what reason?
6 for what reason?
What was good about it? What was bad about it?
Portion wise, it was
Was-
very small portions.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate small portions.
So if you look at what size a crab cake usually be? Around what size?
6
Probably
Six
inches.
ounces?
About
6 inches.
Like 6 ounces?
no, you can.
6
those are
inches.
kind of on the bigger end, maybe about 4.
Oh,
So maybe the palm of your hand,
I like
The
a
palm of
6
your
ounce
hand.
crab
So-
cake.
unless you shack, it wouldn't be that. But
So
you know,
think of a checker piece. That's how small it was.
Oh, that's
super
crazy,
small.
man.
That's
Wow.
super small.
that's
So
less than a
You can eat
medallion.
that shit in one bite, man. How you gonna,
that's exactly what I was
Yeah,
doing.
see, that's I've not been there in a while. I went there when they first opened.
So I'm gonna post it on the.
What's the name of this place again?
Pavare.
Okay, I won't go there.
I'm gonna post it on the Instagram so people can see.
That's like a crab
Yeah.
meatball. Like that's super little.
It is the size of a checker.
Really?
Piece, Yeah.
Wow.
So and then we had some salmon.
How was the portion on the salmon?
The salmon was good. It was actually salmon rolls or whatever it is. You know what's
Yeah,
that
I
thing
know
you
what
make,
you're
chef?
talking about.
You mean like an egg roll?
And like an egg roll, yeah. Salmon
Okay.
egg rolls. Those were pretty good.
It was cooked or raw?
It was cooked.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it was good overall. Like I said, a 6. A 6 to me because I've tasted better. You know what I'm saying? But besides
Yeah.
that, man, It was a good birthday.
You guys get drinks too? I know. Well, you don't drink, right?
I don't drink.
What about the wife?
We just got strawberry lemonade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so an easy night. Easy night.
yeah,
We had
yeah,
to
nice.
falls on a weekday. We had to go home and take the kids. Put them to bed. So we had an easy night. Put the kids to bed, and then we turned in.
Nice.
Nothing crazy, but we was talking about these stars, 112 and John B and Jonathan McReynolds at these concert. I want to talk about Lil Nas X, better known as Lil Nas X. Real name is Montero Lamar Hill. He was found
good to
walking
know.
down the street naked in L.A. And then he was arrested and charged with assault. He
Yeah.
assaulted an officer.
about
What's y'all take on that?
I think it's something wrong. The thing is that you hear stories over years about people doing crazy stuff in L.A. Some of these stars, they're screaming about they're drugged or somebody trying to get them and everything like that. I think you look at people that seem like they don't have any issues, and then they're in Hollywood or in that limelight for a little bit, and then they kind of have some type of break. I think that's a terrible thing, because I initially looked at it and I was like, man, this ain't real, right? And it ended up being real that he was out there like that. So I'm thinking either he got a hold of something or maybe something mental. Who knows? I mean, but
Yeah.
it's sad to me, man.
I mean, to me, it's just like the whole scene of sex, drugs, rock and roll. This dude, he had Old Town Road, right? That's like his biggest hit.
Yeah.
And he's making a ton of money. What else are you going to do? You're just going to fucking party your ass off. And he's probably on some shit. Not only that, just taking too much of it and just wilding out, getting crazy. I mean, if it was me, if I was in that situation, I probably would end up doing the same shit.
Oh my God.
I mean, something like that. Eventually, when you're in that lifestyle and you're around that heavy partying, heavy
drugs.
yeah,
And
heavy
that's all the
drugs,
music
heavy
is
alcohol,
nowadays.
right? And you're just gonna eventually you're gonna have a moment where you go a little too hard. I mean, did you guys see the news footage of him the next day when they showed like a door with like a cage on it, and before they had like released him or whatever, and they showed his face, and he looked like he sobered up, and he was just like, man, what the fuck did I do last night? Like one of those situations,
But see,
and he just wilded out too much.
Yeah, he quoted that that like the last 4 days were terrifying from like that incident, and he's just like, but your girl is going to be all right. So why is he referencing himself as a girl?
Well, that's what he.
trans. Or
I don't know.
something. I thought he turned. I thought he was like it came out and he was trans and all.
Well, no, I thought he was just
No,
gay.
he's just gay.
Oh,
And I think a lot of times, sometimes you don't, that don't necessarily mean you go reference yourself as a girl just because you're gay.
I guess he's the woman in the
but I
relationship.
have some-
Well, I mean,
I have
that's the
some gay
first I've heard
friends.
him say it.
He's
I
a
have some
bottom.
gay friends and they reference themselves as girls too. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know, but
but
that's
he
what
was,
I'm saying.
Probably like
It's
top or
really
bottom.
preference.
It's probably like guy or girl, top or bottom.
he was just
No, I
released
don't
from
know.
jail though this Monday
You know what? My thing is
for assaulting an
and
officer.
I don't understand like people that's in the Hollywood limelight. You got some that end up like that and some that don't. So what is the ones that don't like? Are we saying that that's something you have to do to ascend to a certain level?
I think it is. I think it is. I think I don't think you necessarily have to do it, but like if you're around those social circles, that's just what you're going to do to fit in. In Hollywood, there's probably social circles, and the guys that are a little lower in the fame, they don't want to be involved in all that shit, so that they're not pushed to the forefront because they're not in that social circle.
Yeah.
well, it could be him just having mental issues.
It
right?
could be too. Yeah.
So
I mean, we don't know, but
like,
it's a possibility.
he's doing drugs. He's doing, just wow. Because first they found him walking in the streets with just his underwear.
Yeah.
A woman was filming him. She was driving next to him.
Well,
Yeah.
I haven't read a lot about him, but with her saying that was the first time I heard him refer to himself as that. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
never
know.
heard either.
I mean, it's his choice, whatever.
I remember there was some
Absolutely,
video where
but-
he was like like dancing with twerking on the devil or something like that. I don't remember the song though.
It was, but that's my thing. If you're walking, if you're out, the mental health or
Is
not.
real.
It's if he's saying like the 4 days, if it's 4 days, that almost feel like you're on something. You know what I mean? Because if it's mental, I don't think it just comes down after 4 days. It's with you type of thing. So maybe it is. I mean, all I can do is pray for the dude because that's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers for him. But he also got hit with 4 felonies.
Felonies.
Yeah, 4 felonies, 3 counts of battery, 1 resisting arrest. So I guess he punched the officer. He actually injured the officer.
Oh wow.
That's what they say. So, like I said, he was
I don't
wilding
know,
out.
maybe Cali's laws are stronger than Illinois
Possibly.
too.
Possibly.
So,
So
'cause I don't think you get a felony for that, would you? Right off the bat.
Yeah, they
assault
will.
an officer, right?
Well, it depends on the
Or
severity
they'll just drop
of
it down in court. They'll give you a lesser charge.
Well,
than-
they
Man,
probably
felonies is different, man. Misdemeanors he gonna have to fight that unless they just flat out. You know, it depends on like if he hit that officer super hard or whatever the case, or if it was just a brush. It really depends on
Plus
how the
Cali,
DA look
dude.
at it.
Cali's strict with a lot of
it
shit.
is.
too.
But
It
what
is.
they said was he charged the officer when they approached him.
Yeah.
So
But even though he's charged, if it do come out that he was on something, that's something different. You know what I mean? Or if he has a mental issue, then it's going to go into a different realm of how they kind of, deal with it. Does that make sense?
But it's kind of like a set him up for failure kind of thing, to where it's like he's gonna do more drugs, get worse, and then that's when society or whomever's around him is like, oh, let's get help, because it's just this erratic behavior out of the nowhere. Because was this going on before? No.
No,
So
that's-
then it's
well,
just like
yeah,
it's
that's
just
the
like
thing.
very erratic.
We don't
you
really
get a
know,
hold
though.
of
Yeah,
something.
have you even heard of the guy like recently up until this point?
and
like
it could
past
be a
year?
setup for something to come. You know how
Yeah, so
a lot
that's
of
what-
stars
yeah.
do things and then they're trying to promote something. So
That's true too. Yeah,
it could be a
right.
setup for something. So I don't know. But like I said, thoughts and prayers to Lil Nas X. Hopefully you get the help that you need, help that you want.
and get rid of the people around you because they let you be out there like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was in his tidy whities and then he stripped naked.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody was around.
Yeah.
Somebody was around, and
Just laughing
You ain't got
instead
nobody
of, like-
around you that care enough to keep up with
Right.
what's going on and help
Control
you.
you.
And that's a lot.
Yeah.
When Leota mentioned about like social circles, the social circle is all about, kind of can you do for me kind of thing, or like a beneficial type of relationship. So it's like, where was he coming from prior to being out in the streets?
You know what else I feel too is like when
He was coming
you're
from Costco.
when you're like at that level, you need a good management team too to be able to control you. Because like a lot of artists, they're super creative, so their mind is always in like a zone of like madness, and a lot of them just get in that vibe. But they're controlled by their management team, and it seems like his management team's not doing the right job.
No.
It is. And we don't know where he came from as a kid. What struggles he's dealing with
that's
and
true,
everything
too.
like that. So a lot of that plays a part in
It does, for
how
sure.
he grew up to where he is now.
Yeah, right.
And so that's where even gentle parenting, is it failing our children?
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I think it's, yeah.
I don't gentle.
Yeah,
parent.
It's no, it's either a yes or no. It's because
Yeah.
I just like, even with my own nieces and nephews and just shit that I get on them about, I'm just like, absolutely not. Turn that off. You're not doing that with me. With like the access to YouTube, to like Instagram, and it's just like the gentle parenting. For me personally, on the outside looking in, I don't have children, and I do commend every parent, because there is no, how-to book. It's just everybody's opinion on their personal experiences.
Yeah, you do it by ear, play it by ear.
Yeah, so I definitely will say that it just creates like much more like lenient to have like all these different options to things.
It's the whole culture.
There's
Go
no
ahead,
structure. There's no structure really with like having like expectations with gentle parenting, because it's just like, oh, I want to discipline you, but I'm trying to gentle parent. No, fucking discipline. It's only one way.
Well, I
like
think
there's
different stages on that too, because I mean, it was a time where like with my kids, is if I tell you to do something,
Mm-hmm.
it's like because I said so. And the older they got, it was like, this is why I said so. So you know what I'm saying? I don't you definitely want to make sure that you keep them disciplined, because when we're looking at statistics and everything like that, we're finding a lot more violence in kids than it used to be. There's even the rules of the street done left. There was a time where you didn't mess with nobody mama. You know what I'm saying? You would see people run to their mom because they like the dudes wouldn't jump them while their mama was around or something. Or whatever. But it ain't even like that now. Your mama will get it. She getting slapped in front, you know what I'm saying? In front of the complex because you done ran and got her involved and they just beating up everybody. Or you see where, you know what I'm saying, people spraying the whole block. Don't care if kids out there or nothing like that. So it's like you want your kid to go play jump rope like they used to, but you're scared to put them out there because they might get it.
But don't you think like the whole culture of enabling created that? Like you have all the participation trophies instead
Absolutely.
of...
I agree.
And it's like you have a whole culture of enabling. Like, I mean, I got relatives that their kids are just wild and they're punching their teachers, throwing chairs in class, shit like that. And when these kids get in trouble, they're just making them sit on the stairs and time out. You know, oh no, you're going to sit in timeout now for 10 minutes.
Wait.
You know, and it's like, and then the kid's sitting there kicking and screaming in timeout. And it's like, I don't do that with my kid, man. It doesn't work.
You know what they did? They took the village away. You know how they say it take a village to raise a child? The village, when we talk about parenting wasn't just about the parent. What happened was we had after school programs. You know what I mean? We had activities that they can do at high school. We went to gym every day to get rid of aggressions. We had where you would go outside for gym and everything. We had all these different activities that allowed us to get disciplined. Football, baseball, sports.
Plus, it was more socially acceptable to discipline your kids. Like now it's like, if you smack your kid on the ass, you have some parents that are like sitting there like Karen's like, oh, you believe this? I'm going to call DCFS on this guy.
Yeah, and I got to punch you too. You know what I mean?
Is there like a generalized, like you all being parents, is there like a generalized, like, what is gentle parenting?
Well, what I would say, gentle parenting, we do too much for them, right? So we overdo for them. So let me, give an example. Instead of saying, if a kid say, yo, I'm bored, instead of saying, let me find something for them to do because they're bored, they've been in the house all day, we can probably say, hey, what do you think you can do? Help them use their minds. We overdo for them, and that's part of gentle parenting to me.
Really?
I believe so. Because let's just say, how many parents are these kids don't know how to do anything anymore.
No,
right?
they don't.
They don't know how to.
We don't make
That's why I
we
just
don't
tell
make
my
them do nothing.
Yeah, I just tell my son, if he says I'm bored, I'm like, you find something to do, man, or just be bored. I'm like, that's your issue. You got to figure it out. But see, my son's the type of kid, he doesn't like to stay home. He likes to be out and about. He's a fucking busybody. I got to beg him to come home. He won't just sit at home all day and play video games.
Yeah,
He's bored with that shit.
Good.
So, I mean, it's good and bad because then I'm hounding him to come home.
Right, because if you're doing too much for your children, you're increasing your self-esteem by stealing theirs. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
That's why if I had children, I definitely am into the Montessori schools. Like where they're not like talking goo goo gaga. Like there is structure. They're using real spoons. They're using real dishes. They're
but
using
that's not good too.
Like
that's extreme on the other end. Then
no, it's not because they're enabling how to do for yourself.
Yeah, right. But it's overly structured. They're not getting the if you're gonna go to a school like that, you're not getting the social aspect of like the whole high school vibe.
You definitely are getting like social because they're in a classroom with.
You're not able to like really joke around and.
But that's the problem: joking around, being the class clown, and that being disruptive.
I think that's
I was a class clown.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But look, like I've worked in education, and that is just disruptive to students that want to learn.
It is disruptive,
and then it's just like it becomes like a teacher to 40 students in a classroom, and the teacher has to now go into discipline because there's no discipline at home.
Well, that's true.
Like now I'm using the 45 minutes or the 50-minute class time to know, Johnny,
Yeah,
Right.
No.
That's true,
Well, you
but
know
that
what?
needs to be limited. But at the same time, you don't want to be on the other end of it without
You
that.
joke
need to
around
have
in
that too.
extracurriculum.
Because you need to see. You need to see.
You
the
joke
different
around in
quality of people.
extracurriculum.
Yeah, but I think the main thing, gentle parenting, to me, it's parents trying to be friends with their kids.
Yeah, that too. That's a huge
You
part
want to
of it,
be
yep.
liked by your kids instead of putting them on the right path and putting them where they need to be. I'm not saying you got to be, you got to be beating them to death. What I'm saying is that certain things we need to realize that when if a kid wants something, we used to have to earn it. You had a chore list or whatever. If you didn't do that room, if you didn't do them dishes or whatever, you ain't getting nothing.
You're not getting it.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, it was a structure where it was like you don't get no sweets until you eat what's on this.
Now, don't get
what
me
we
wrong.
serving.
Yep.
We all gentle parent. I know all of you guys,
Yeah,
right?
we do to an extent.
We do
but
to an extent.
I feel that we gentle parent probably. Our gentle parenting is just better parenting than our parents parented us. I feel like our parents were a little too harsh, and a lot of it's generational.
See, I don't even think that.
But
I don't think I gentle parent.
It's our parenting that has these kids out here wilding.
Yeah.
I think like as far as from what I know from you guys, and then the way that I do it, I feel like it's a good hybrid between the two.
I think my major issue is that I'm doing better than my mom did. So because I'm doing better, I'm providing what I wasn't able to have.
Exactly.
So it feels to me like I am a lot more gentle to them. You know what I mean? But it's like I got to remember too, my kids aren't doing the same crap I was doing.
Exactly.
I did some mess. So it was like, when I think about it, like, she should have told me up for that one. They not doing that. You know what I mean?
Hey, all I know is according to my son, I'm the strictest parent in the neighborhood. So that's what he says. But I know it's not true.
I
sure.
can believe that. How dare you get
I don't know.
strawberry ice cream instead of vanilla?
You're too strict.
Yeah, I don't know. The way that I grew up, I didn't need for anything, but I definitely was on punishment. Phones got taken. I couldn't go. I had
like
chores. Like before I could go to the swimming pool and be at the pool all day, like I needed to make sure that this, and this was done before my mom got home. Or it was like, get in the house and now I'm in trouble. Exactly.
That's the same thing with my son. He's got to mow the lawn every week. He's got to do the garbages. On garbage day, he's got to take it out. He's got to change the garbage, and he's got chores. He's got to fold his clothes. Put the fucking dishwasher.
Like I love being a girl dad, but I hate it too. I be hating it too because I be they would do stuff, man, and I felt bad. That's what I'm saying.
I would be a sucker, dude. I'm glad I had a boy.
I'm so damn soft with the girls, man, and I don't be. It's like it's that weird line because you don't want them to look at men weird. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I would be playing.
You don't want them to think like me and are violent, whatever.
Me.
But it's like, and then I feel bad.
Yeah.
My son, if I punch him in the chest playing, it's like no problem. If I'm not doing that with my daughter, I feel bad if they like even sniffle. You know?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Nah, that's the truth. I mean, I'll slam my boy into the wall.
And he laughing.
Yeah, and he laughing. My daughter, she just give me them eyes with a little teardrop in them. Daddy melting. So
she's so cute.
But that's because we men. You know what I'm saying? We view our boys as toughen up.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Stop crying.
Right.
Even though we should allow them to cry. Allow them to cry. Allow them to have emotions. Express their emotions, but at the same time,
I disagree.
Toughen the fuck up.
Yeah,
no,
right.
Don't disagree. Because then it's like me when I'm out here in the dating scene. There are men that are not emotionally stable or don't know how to articulate their emotions.
I think it's fine to articulate your emotions, but more verbally. Not sitting there crying to yourself.
That's what I'm saying. No,
I feel that
in the growing stages, though.
I like to train my son to basically.
You train your son?
Well, the way that I put the direction I push him toward is more of a where instead of like letting your shit out through like crying or whining or just sitting there being depressed, let it out through anger. Take that fucking shit that's bothering you and channel it. Push it out through anger or going to play a sport. But at the same time, if you feel a certain way, don't be afraid to tell someone how you feel, whether it's not just through yelling, but just expressing yourself.
But that's what I'm saying. Being able to express themselves,
but not crying though.
No, it's all right because sometimes
I tell them hide those tears.
If my son cries for loss, because we lost somebody.
That's different, yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Right.
You're not crying because you lost the game.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
you ran up.
Exactly.
That's part of life.
Exactly.
Man,
Because
let me
there's a
tell
kid.
you,
There's a
this
couple
is
kids.
part of life.
There's a couple kids that are on the same team as my son, and when they would lose, the kids are crying, and their dads are coming up to them. Oh, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
No.
My son never did that shit. And if he did, I'd be like, stop fucking crying.
Well, I had to disagree. So check this out. In the NFL, when they go all the way to the Super Bowl,
Yes.
It's different,
and
man.
they
It's
do not,
different.
it's
That's a
not-
Super Bowl.
the
They are
same.
still men.
Yeah.
They're still young. They're
That's
still men.
totally different. You put
It's
your
not-
life into that
So
shit.
your son,
It's different.
So the boys that's playing football
That are growing up.
that are growing up and they lose a game, it's the same thing.
because they're
ain't the
feeling
same.
like
They're
a sense
feeling-
of defeat. And it's just like, okay, let it just come out, and then they can channel like, yo, next year I'm going fucking harder. The
They
mistakes
might
that
have-
I made this year,
Okay.
not next year.
They might have a couple tears in there, but they got to try to hide that shit and hold that shit back.
Nah, man.
Channel it to-
I want a warrior for a son.
Yeah, channel
Yeah,
it to come
300
back
that
stronger the
shit.
next year. Channel that shit.
Okay,
to come
so
back stronger.
Bugsy, so your son lose a Super Bowl, he don't show emotions. That to me, that's showing that he didn't care. That's just to me. You lose the game, you see him out there playing, and everybody upset, their heads are down, and he walking around like, hey, we gonna get some ice cream?
You're taking it too extreme though. The Super Bowl
That's
is a
what I'm
life
saying, but I
changing
don't.
event.
But my thing is,
But
who I don't.
that's
That's
not-
my thing. I don't care. I don't care how you see how what you looking at.
Yeah.
If you like, oh well, he don't care because he ain't crying. No, I'm not. Because as much as I love this,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. I went to the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. I was in there. You know what I'm saying. I've been to positions where I was in. Playing football and we went to a championship and we didn't win.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, it sucked, but it's not enough for me to cry like it's a loss.
Did you hold
is
back
what
your
I mean.
tears? You held back
For
your
sure,
tears.
I held back the tears.
Right, and it made you a stronger man.
Yeah, I'm a warrior.
Exactly.
What
It's
made
because you
fucking
gonna
gladiator.
lose.
No, you're a gladiator,
Bro,
man.
I've gotten to
You're,
fight.
you're like fucking Maximus and Hercules combined.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Oh my
That's
That's how
I
you gotta
want
be.
them.
Yo,
you
yo,
fucking
yo,
take
yo.
that shit, you channel it, and you come back stronger. I want gunshots.
Yo, no, but dead ass.
We got some soft
I'm
ass kids,
expressing.
man.
I believe
I'm
they're
ex-
soft, but I believe that death should not be the only thing you
you
allow a
associate
young
with
man
crying.
to cry.
Yeah.
You let them channel their emotions now. in
He could
order
cry
to
off
get it right.
over his first breakup, but after that,
No,
Oh,
listen,
just run through
if
bitches?
we got
At
them,
that
if we
point?
got them out
He
here
doesn't
crying
even do
like
that.
that, if you got them out here crying early,
I didn't say
it's
cry to
hard
everything.
I'm saying that habit is hard to break
yeah,
when they
they're
get
gonna
older.
grow up to emotional.
Okay, so you're saying that
Be an emotional man.
from baby boy to 5 years old, no more crying after 5?
No, you can cry at certain times, but it's like you
No,
gotta-
I mean,
I'm
like,
just saying,
No, what I'm
because,
saying
like,
is like
from-
if you hurt yourself, yeah, you go cry. Oh my God, this hurt. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that we expect them to cry over things that is normal life things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you lose a game. Hey, you can't win
Yeah,
everything.
right.
There's no reason for you to be sitting here bawling, crying. Get better.
Like
go
Ricky
with your
Bobby
team.
said, if you're not first, you're last.
So
One of my favorite movies.
Ricky Martin.
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky
Ricky Bobby.
Bobby.
This fucking Ricky
Hey,
Martin.
but,
Ricky
don't you? Isn't it?
I used to love Ricky Martin, actually.
What was that fucking song?
She bang.
Living in vida loca.
No, she bang, ain't it? No.
No,
That's
living
some
in
other
vida
shit.
loca.
No,
You ever
that's
seen the Macarena? The Macarena?
Hey, Macarena, all right?
Hey, but isn't an emotional guy a turnoff for you? Personally. Yeah, an emotional
It just
dude.
depends. Like, it depends to the degree where he is emotionally stable.
Has a guy ever cried in front of you?
Yes.
For what reason? And we're not talking death in the family.
Not death in the family.
Like something that he
Like-
probably shouldn't cry over.
No, I wouldn't even say that. Like, one of my ex-boyfriends definitely broke down just being so overwhelmed.
With what?
With,
work and shit like that?
It don't matter.
It's
Life.
life, and then parents, and then children, then baby moms,
I can
fucking
see if it's
work.
an extreme
It was
moment,
just
but, if it's
because if
little
you think
moments,
about
nah.
just constantly pouring and holding in and holding in and holding in and holding in, then yeah, you do break at a certain time.
That was two more holding in.
He should have.
But when
hid
you
in the
say
bathroom.
hold back those tears, what the fuck do you think that is?
He should have hidden the
Listen,
bathroom.
nobody respects a whiny ass.
No, I do not
That's
fucking
not,
know.
but that's not what we're saying.
You gotta
Don't be whining. Don't be fucking.
Nobody likes a
nagging.
crying.
But raising him emotional
oh my
like
God,
that is gonna,
life is hard.
Yeah.
Life is
raising a guy
Deal with it.
emotionally is going to turn a guy into what he's saying.
Yeah,
like
no.
if you start from a kid, when he grows
Yeah.
up and he's in his 20s, he's going to be whiny, emotional
and
over every
everything.
little fucking thing.
I would have to disagree to that, man.
Listen, men. Boys that
that's how I
can't
view it.
control their emotion end up being men that can't.
Exactly.
Plain and
That's true.
simple.
That's true.
And a lot of men that are in jail or dead is because they could not, handle their emotions.
Because they did
I'm
not
so
know
mad.
how to articulate or like
Yeah,
verbally,
verbally, yeah.
verbally express like the reason why.
Okay, so
Right, and that's
so
perfect.
check this out. Now, I have a kid that knows how to handle his emotion because I allowed him to handle his emotion. And a guy that never was able to handle his emotion are the ones that's out there not knowing how to
Rage.
control their emotion because of rage.
Okay.
Right.
So letting your son actually express his emotion, if he wants to cry and say, yo, it's all right, just take a second, put your head in a pillow. If you got to scream, or whatever, get it out and come back and we can talk about it. Instead of saying, toughen up, get the fuck out my face. I'm not saying that's what
Yeah, you
y'all
don't gotta
saying.
go that
No,
harsh
that's not,
with it,
but that's
but-
not what I'm saying. But some parents do.
Right.
Right? Get the fuck out my face. Stop crying. Don't do this. Don't
Or they
do
call
that.
them pussies or
And-
stop being a little bitch or
Yeah, I mean, you
that's
shouldn't-
like verbal abuse and
Yeah,
then that
that is
just
verbal
channels.
abuse. I totally agree with that.
But just because you don't use those words don't mean it don't come across like that.
Yeah.
No, you have
No,
to
no,
say it in a more intelligent fashion.
Okay.
I've
You can't
had my
really-
son upset to that point. And I asked him, I said, what you upset for?
Yeah.
Then why are you, because of this, but why are you crying?
Right.
That's and when I'm asking him why you crying, he start thinking about why the hell am I crying over this crap?
And that's a perfect example
what I
right
mean?
there because if we're talking about men articulating it verbally, well, he's by him articulating and asking him questions. That's showing him
Why are
how
you
to
crying?
articulate it. Yeah, he's like, "Why are you crying? What happened? This and that." I do the same with my son. I'm like, "All right, what happened? Okay, well, here's the solution to the problem. This and that. You might
Yeah.
want to try this.
Like, why do you care?
Basically, that in itself is showing him how to articulate it verbally and control his emotions instead of just outbursting with either rage or outbursting with tears. You have to sit there and try to think logically to solve the issue. And
I agree with that 100%.
but by sitting there and talking with him about it and discussing it,
Go
of what
ahead,
he's
cry.
feeling.
Go ahead and cry in the pillow. And
Yeah,
I
right.
couldn't.
That's gonna
I
help
couldn't
him.
bring
It's gonna
myself
teach him how to articulate it.
Come here and put your head on my shoulder and cry.
By,
Man, if you don't
by,
get your,
by the father talking, discussing it with the kid, that's going to teach him as he gets older to be able to verbally articulate it. That's what I'm saying.
But you're also telling him holding his emotion on how he feels. Just because you verbally articulate it, don't mean you don't have the emotion, right?
Yeah,
So
but you shouldn't outburst the emotion. You
No
need to
one's
control the
talking
emotion.
about if he's at work and the boss say, "Yo, you got to stay an extra hour." He start
listen,
crying.
This
That's
is
not
the
what we're
most.
talking about.
That's what
I
that's how
have
it'll
never
be.
seen more little boys cry more than I have the last couple years. This the most cryingest batch of kids I ever seen in my life.
Not only that, but what you just brought up about like the boss tells you stay an extra hour and then he starts crying. Well, yeah, right. That would be immature for the kid to actually start crying there. But the generation of like workers now, in a situation like that, they would just be running to HR right away. There's a lot more of the generation of workers now run and cry to about every little situation that's not easy for them.
Let's all agree
handle
that
it.
this generation is just soft.
Yeah, they are
Yes.
soft.
It's just soft.
Yes.
It's
With
just
gentle
soft.
parenting.
But it's because of it goes back to the whole culture of enabling.
It is.
Yeah.
So, but there's 7 things you should teach your children. And I read this in a book. Can't remember the book. Once I remember, I'll post it up. But it says, put your things back after using them. That's a habit. Don't interrupt others. That's respect. Avoid using foul language. That's character. Greet elders first. That's manners. Apologize when you're wrong. That's responsibility. Have at least one physical hobby. That's health. Don't take what's not yours. That's upbringing. I agree with that.
Yeah, I
That's
agree with all
stealing
those
too?
statements.
What'd you say?
That last one's stealing too, ain't it?
Yeah, stealing. Yeah, don't take what's yours.
You memorize all that?
With gentle
Yeah.
parenting, is that something that you discuss when dating or, with your partner prior to having children?
I would say, yeah.
Like understanding your partner
Ain't
and
none
how
of
you're
us-
gonna
to that level,
parent.
Ain't none of us talked
No.
about that.
I talk
I
about
talk
that
about that. Like in
I've-
dating, I talk about
Yeah, I
that.
talk
Yeah,
about
but
that.
I'd be like,
I've
what kind of
never
dad are
did
you going to
that.
be?
Yeah,
or,
exactly. You gotta.
what, like, if we were to have children, like, what, because it's a way to understand, like, who, I potentially will have their child or, who's going to be the father of my
Right.
kid. So I do ask questions about, like, what
think
kind
it's
of
good to
parenting.
discuss
So I'm saying if you're on a line with that, how does that work out? Like what you want to consider as like parenting your kid.
In terms of like, I am all about like, we're going to be a team. So if you said so, like, and they try to come to me and play me, I'm going to just be like, no, because didn't your dad say? Or vice versa. Like if I said no,
Teammate,
or
yeah.
that's like a big one.
Yeah.
Instead of, it just being like, oh, here, and then like the child manipulates the parent
So,
and then goes,
Let me ask you a question though.
Yeah.
Let's say you say yes to your kid.
yeah.
And your man or your husband be like,
No.
after you said the yes, are you gonna go with the no, or would you combat it with him?
I wouldn't be so much more like I wouldn't be so combative. And if the child came back to me and was just like, oh well, daddy said no, I'd be like, okay, no problem. And then I would just be like, well, if he said no.
But what if
But
you wanted to say
I
yes?
think,
Would you
I
discuss
think,
it later with
I
the,
think, yeah, I would discuss it later
In private,
with
right.
but not in front of the child. Like in
pretty
terms
good.
of like, oh, why did you tell him he couldn't? And I told him yes. Like, because then that's displaying to like the child that like who's in charge and it's like neither one of us are in charge of the other. Like we're aligned.
The perfect
Yeah,
way to
right.
do that is actually saying, if you know that the other parent might say yes or no, is if your dad says yes, then you can go. If he says no, you can't go. So now it's no conflict.
It's no conflict. Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
And that would be a
but
perfect way.
it could still be like a conversation that me and my husband, like, in terms of like, what did you see that I didn't see? Or
And that's all
didn't,
right.
Yeah.
didn't foresee in like the situation of, you not wanting him to go or you not wanting her to go.
Well, they say men
That's why I say I need a
men
man.
teach kids
because-
how to
Yeah.
live in the world.
Yeah. I don't want my child. That's why I don't have children.
You know what I'm saying? So we tend to tell them how the world really is.
Yeah.
As men or fathers and stuff like that. So it's like we're preparing them for the world.
And
And
then
you-
women what?
Pretty much kind of teach them how to. Y'all teach them character and how to be decent, and we teach them. I mean, word up.
I think
How
it
to be
depends if
decent.
it's a boy or girl. I think if it's a
It's-
girl,
it's-
the mom is going to teach her the same way.
No,
a
it's
father
the
would.
same because we'll pull our daughters and be like,
I don't have a daughter, so
this is how it is. You got to watch these. We'll start telling them about how they'll be treated outside the
Exactly.
house.
These guys ain't shit. Don't let them touch
I mean, you
Don't
could
do
tell
know
them
what I
from a
mean?
male perspective, but I don't think me as a man, I can tell a woman or a girl
We
how
ain't
to.
saying how to be a
move.
woman. We saying how to navigate in life.
in the world when they leave the house.
I don't
Right.
know. I
It
feel like
don't
a
even
woman
have to
would
be about
better
guys.
doing
It's
that.
just be about safety, and we'll talk about things that pertain to how we kind of.
Well, all you're teaching them is how to relate to men, though.
But
No.
that's
Just in general, we get how to protect themselves when they go out. Men or not,
I feel like a
maybe
woman
you
could do
shouldn't be
better.
out there dressed like that at a certain hour. You know what I mean? So it's a couple of different things. I even understand talking about. We're in a realistic world, right? And we know women are having a disparity in pay and everything like that. These are the things that we can talk about. Has nothing to do with how men. It's just how things work in certain areas and how they can kind of try to set themselves up, or how I can help them try to set themselves up so when they get out into the world, it wouldn't be as hard. You know what I'm saying? When they're trying to start something.
So then is this something that you are either discussing to understand your partner? Because how essential is it to understand your partner?
It's, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I don't think I'll ever understand. I understand certain common aspects, but the thought process I'll never understand because majority of the time I'm logical.
Right.
I think logically about stuff, and I think about the long run, the bigger picture.
I feel like a woman can understand a man better than a man can understand a woman.
Yes, absolutely.
I believe women are more emotional.
Yeah, that's
and we're
why they
more
can understand
logical,
it, man.
and they do understand men because
Because
they're
my
taking
wife
the time.
understands me, but I
Yeah.
don't understand shit. I mean, fucking dude. It's
But
like,
I only think
but
I don't even think I'm cared about because of what I can provide.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If like for instance, and I'll give you an example. If I was a house husband, I'm looked at different than a housewife. So my value is kind of, I think
Your
men's values
right.
are put on what we can provide.
What you can teach and how you can provide. Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
what you can provide. And
Right.
it's not necessarily the same with women.
Right, and that's why, like, if women are making more money than men, some of them are scared to date because of the role switch that happens in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that's a
but I don't
psychological
understand the
thing,
role
but
switch.
I
That's
feel that that's a woman problem though on that.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's the logical thing. Like I'll hear women say, for instance, you'll say, if let's say you're making $200,000 and he's making $100,000, why does he need to make more?
No, we've got 3.
It's
Right.
it's
That's what
an
I'm
ego
saying.
thing.
You
A
still
woman
doing
can't
3
handle
in the
ego.
house. What's the problem?
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think that it's like a problem that
I think it becomes a power struggle.
It does.
And I don't think women are good at handling power and ego. And I think when they make more money than the guy, they look at the guy as a weaker person.
And some men feel less than
Right, yeah,
the
and
women,
that too.
you know,
I was just
so-
gonna say that. And it goes both ways, but I feel like
yeah, see, I don't think
They
I
lose
would like
attraction.
make you feel like no, because I don't know. I just have a different mindset
I feel
in
that
terms of
Have
yeah.
you ever dated a guy that made less than you?
Yeah, or like was doing, was like trying to like figure it out, but it was like he still did for me, and we still, had a good time.
Okay, so why?
And then it was like at a point in which we were both like making the same amount of money from like a job, and I just in my mind was just like I make less than almost all of the men that I've ever been with. And that fucking sucks is because half of the men I'm smarter than them and they're making more money than me, and I'm just like
yeah, but the thing is, like from a growth point, like if the guy's making less or you're making the same or whatever, as you're growing together, it's fine. It usually works out. But once it goes to a further level, when the woman's making more money, I feel like a woman is gonna power trip, and I feel that it's harder for. I mean, not saying that men don't power trip.
I
but
just feel like that's women that weren't really like her back then. Like,
I
don't
just
know
feel
how to,
that
like,
I feel that it's harder for women to stay grounded compared to men. I think
Or
men can
it's
stay
like
grounded
women that
easier.
have, like,
even though guys
insecurities.
still do power trip. Don't get me
I'm
wrong.
gonna tell you something that I don't understand about ladies, and maybe you can help me with this. Is that how is it that when I'll say something, right, I'll directly say, "This is what I'm saying right now," and they'll repeat and say, "Well, so you're saying," and it'd be like, "That's not what I just said at all." But what they, you know what I'm saying, what they receive from it, that's what I can't, that's why I'm like, I think we'll never understand, because I could say one thing and what you heard was totally different than the sentence I just said. How you received it. You'll repeat it back to me.
because they're half listening.
So you're talking about understanding your partner.
Understand, but that's what I mean by like how it.
Or I know sometimes I've come a long way to being, something being said to me and me being really quick to like respond. So I like listen once I'm quiet. I listen and then I'll just be like, okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. you were saying this as like a question. And so it helps me to understand like where you're coming from. Not necessarily like combative when you ask like the question.
Okay.
I don't think that that's like bad.
You know what I think is bad?
What?
I think given all the detail, I'd be like, come on with it. I like a story, but I don't like a dragged story.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's like you want to hear, okay, so it's like, oh, tell me about your day, but you want to be given
I don't want the fluff.
It's a summary.
I'm like, come on with the come on.
It's that saying that men say, like, give me the baby, I don't want the birthing pain, or like, give me.
Well, it goes back to like what you were saying earlier. I think Trey was saying it about like the whole thing of like logically, men think more logically, so we're more simple minded. We, as far as like we just want a simple explanation, or we want to solve a problem quick. And
we want to get to it
with just a summary of it. Whereas the women, they want to go through all these details and,
But that's just like you saying, okay, it's like, why, if she got fired from her job, and then you're just like, why, what happened? So then it's like, okay, I'm about to tell you what happened. But if I just tell you the reason why they fired,
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I
that's
mean,
not what
a
happened.
A couple details.
You see what I'm
like,
saying? So then that takes that then initiates like
you're
a
gonna
story
turn it into
being
a
told.
1 hour
Yeah,
long
but
story.
I don't like the long one. Well, so first of all, let me tell you. So a month ago, this is why did
all the background and the Wikipedia page?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's when it gets frustrating on the woman's part, is because it's like, had you listened, and now you're asking me all of these questions, and it's like taking the story like this, like a figure eight. Instead
I see
of,
what you're saying.
You see, so that's
it
like
makes sense,
frustrating.
But you know what?
That's just not how we think.
Yeah. So don't fucking ask.
Because I run into that same situation where they'll be talking to me, like my wife will be talking to me, right? And she'll start telling me about stuff that happened well back.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
And
with me.
I'm trying to explain to her, like, because I'm not actively in that world, I'm not holding on to that information.
Sometimes, my wife will get pissed because she does the same shit, and I'm like, "What's the point of this story already?"
Nah,
And then it's like, I still don't even know what the fuck she's talking about.
But
she didn't even get to the point of what actually happened.
But if you're talking about understanding your partner, you got to understand that is your partner, right? So she got to understand that you don't want all the bullshit. And she got to understand, you got to understand that she wants to talk the bullshit.
Right. Sometimes I know. Yeah, I just pretend I'm listening.
Right. So that's where feelings, perspective, and life experience come into hand. No,
So,
you know what? One of the lessons I did with mine to get them to actively know I'm listening. I'll repeat certain things as they're saying it.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, well, so I was talking to Susan, and Susan said this. So let me get you. So Susan said this. And then as I'm saying that, I'm going along to try to make sure I get what's happening. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Once that story's gone, a week later, the story's gone.
Right.
You have to say something. In order for me to remember, especially names, because I'm terrible at names.
And then she's like, "Oh yeah, don't you remember last time when I told you what Susan said?"
Exactly. You got to put it on, like, you got to put something with it. So it'd be like, man, you remember Denise? Okay, no, I remember. Denise, the one, her armpits always stink. Oh, that Denise. I know what you're talking about. It got to be something with that's distinguishes.
A distinguished
So let me ask you
combination.
this. So let me ask you this.
That's easy to remember.
So let me ask you this. Why can't you sit there and listen, with all intent to understand the story, so that you don't have to hear it 2 or 3 more times?
Man, because I just forget, and it just takes too long. I want to do something else.
It come back.
I don't know.
He said, I want to do something else because it takes too long.
It's like, you're sitting there. I'm sitting there. I'm either on my phone, I'm watching something, or I'm doing something. It's like the story's going on and on. I'm trying to drive. It's like, okay, get to the damn point of this.
It does tend to happen sometimes.
It's like, but a lot of times I won't say nothing. A lot of times I hold back, but in my mind I'm like,
yeah,
fucking get to the point already. Come on, let's hear what the fuck happened here. I got the whole backstory already, and it's like I have none of.
You guys want to know something? On the other end, You guys will tell us the same fucking story.
Oh yeah, I'm notorious for that shit.
Yeah.
And so just imagine, like, oh, I've heard this. Oh,
Yeah, I know.
about the one time. And oh, yeah, you told me that.
And guess what? My wife will be like, "You told me this story like 20 times already," and I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna
wife-
tell you again."
Now,
21 right here.
my wife, she say I don't ask enough questions because I don't care.
Yeah,
So
right,
she'll
that
say,
too.
"What happened?" I'm like, "I don't know." Like,
"Oh
he
yeah,
said he got fired.
yeah, I get.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I believe all guys do that. We're not
Yeah.
trying to find out the whole story.
exactly.
You know,
yeah.
Leota called me and be like, "Yo, I got fired from my job today." For real? That suck.
Yeah. What happened? Okay, this. Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay,
God,
well, that suck. Well, I hope you get another job
And
soon.
then your wife's like, "Oh, so what happened? Who was in the background over there? Who was in the room when it happened?
Yeah.
Oh, what did they say when it happened?" It's like,
Yeah, what
I
led
don't
up to
fucking
that?
remember.
What
because,
happened? Yeah.
because that's coming from a place of we're treating you and being how we would want you to be for us.
Well, my wife will ask like crazy questions, man. Like, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I went over to Tony's house, and yeah, we had a couple beers. We watched the game. Oh, okay. Oh, why? How come he didn't go with his girlfriend? How come he didn't go out to Mokina? Or how? This. It's like I don't fucking know. I didn't ask him that shit.
Right.
Is he working? Is he working this week? I don't fucking know.
I feel like that's just more investigating type
Yeah,
questions.
she don't trust your ass. That's what it is.
No, I don't know. She probably doesn't. But but aside from that though, like, I'm just coming up with questions for the right now. But she does ask a lot of shit that is like
Not
it
saying
has to do with it. It's not investigative, but it's just what you're talking about. It's like stuff that you wouldn't like. Man, I don't even remember that. I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
you know
you
what?
wouldn't ask.
You know what? One of the things that irritate mine is that it was a time where you tell me, so I didn't know the difference between venting and wanting my opinion. So it's like,
Oh,
my
I
thing
hate
was, it was like, if you're talking to me about it, I'm not just like
You wanna solve the
I
problem.
want to
You
say
wanna solve
something
it, yeah.
about it. So
You want to come up with a solution,
right. So what happened was, if you tell me a story, and this is anybody, so if you tell me a story and tell me you did something, and you ask me like, "Hey, so what do you think? You think I should have did that?" I'll be like, "Well, you already did it." I'm not understanding. Like, you already did the action. So whatever I tell you right now, is either it's gonna make
It
you
don't
feel
matter.
worse. You know what I mean? It really don't matter because you already did it.
Yeah.
Well, I cussed this lady out, so they fired me. You think I should have cussed her out? Well, I mean, what you mean? You already did it. I don't know how you felt in that moment. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if it's something where I'm thinking about doing this, what do you think? That's a different question.
Right.
But I don't get a lot of them. They do it and then ask me later if it was, do I think they should have did? And I'm like, well, apparently you did.
Yeah, see, a lot of times with my wife, she won't ask me. She'll just tell me about some situation that happened at work or wherever. And then I comment on it by trying to find a solution or what to do better to avoid that situation next time.
Yeah.
But then she gets pissed off. And I'm like, well, why are you telling me the story? I'm giving you advice.
That's what I
and
wanna
she's
say.
like, I don't want advice. I just want you to listen to my story.
That's what Total Package was saying earlier. She used to listen to respond instead of just listening to understand what they're trying to get off their chest. And then, she'll say, hey, so, is this what happened? So sometimes we just got to listen to respond. I mean, not to respond, and just let them get it off their chest. Because that's what women do.
Yeah, I asked my wife when she finna talk to me. I'll ask her that question. I say, okay, so I say, you want my opinion? You just want me to listen? I asked her that
Before she starts.
Yeah,
And
before
see-
I be like,
and
you
see-
want me to? I say, you want my opinion on this, or do you want me to just listen?
And see, that's part of understanding your partner.
But that's
Having
also
that,
bullshit.
Relationship.
That's also bullshit. Because if we don't say nothing after you explain yourself,
Cough that way.
you wasn't listening. If they start talking, we don't respond, that's another story. So the bottom line is that we can never make women happy.
What?
My man's. Let me
we
give you some
could-
dap on that. Cross the table.
Shit. That's
Cross
just
the
what it is.
table.
Why do you feel like
It goes
that?
both ways though, dude.
Exactly. Because
They
there's
can't make us happy all the time.
right. Or you guys
I'm
are,
simple.
We
doing
are
something
simple
else with
creatures.
some-
Men are
simple,
simple.
yeah.
Oh my God, that is so basic.
We're not.
No.
Sex,
No.
food, support.
I'm a
That's it.
basic
Sex,
bitch.
food, support. That's it. Three
That's
things.
Sex,
it.
food, support.
Yeah.
What kind of support?
Just keep me under control. But I mean, it depends on the person. Like
You're
me,
a loose cannon. How can
yeah, I
you be
know
kept
exactly.
under control?
It would be. I'm on the edge of sanity daily.
Well, really? So what makes
If it wasn't for my wife, I'd be in a fucking institution.
what makes us men so hard?
Okay, so
to
she
ladies?
balances you out.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like,
Right,
okay,
right,
so
right.
that's
So
the
without
support.
that, yeah.
Like,
My wife balances me out too.
Keeps you balanced.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't say support, just say balance.
Okay, balance.
There you go.
Balance
Food,
Daniel's son.
sex.
So I'm
sex,
saying, what
food, and
makes us
balance.
so hard as men?
What?
What makes
It's
us
because
hard?
like it's like I've been told quite a couple things like, oh, be quiet. Like,
Shut up.
like I don't want. But
You do
then,
talk a lot.
But fuck you, Leota. No, but then when I'm quiet, you know that something's wrong. Like you're uncomfortable if I'm quiet.
No, but see, that's a trap right there.
That's not a trap.
Because I'm gonna tell you why it's a trap.
Why?
Because you all will do it whether it's us or something else, and then we'll be like, you've never
No,
had
because
this.
sometimes we're sick of saying the same shit.
No, but what I'm
what's the
saying
reason they're
is,
saying
you'll
stop
come
talking?
in with an attitude, and you've never had a man say, "Hey, what's wrong with you? You know,
Right.
what's going on?" And you like nothing.
No, it'll be
you-
like, are you okay?
no, but see, y'all have a habit. A lot of women
Mm-hmm.
in the household are the temperature of that house. So
Mm-hmm.
when you got a funky attitude, everybody know.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But if dad has a funky attitude, dad just got an attitude. The house can still move.
Yep.
When
That's
mom
not-
is like
that's
that,
not true.
That is
I believe
majority
What?
of the time.
I have left a basketball game where coach and son, coach and player, and it didn't go in their favor.
Yeah.
What? There's no talking. There's like no music. There's no jokes. There's like no nothing.
But the house is
What?
still moved. When y'all got home, that house
What?
still functioned. When ladies, if she's the lady of the house and something wrong with her, the house is in disarray. Everybody feels it. The
Yeah, if
kids will feel it. The husband will feel it. Everybody feels it. If dad got an attitude, he
It's-
just got an attitude and everybody keep it
Yeah,
moving.
they just stay away from them. You stay with it. They stay away from me when
well,
I'm pissed
it's
off.
just me and
When my
Tinky.
wife's pissed off, everybody's like in the bad mood.
So check this out.
It's
So
just
basically what he's
antique.
saying is like, for instance, woman have attitude, she ain't cooking, she ain't doing this, you ain't getting sex. We'll still have sex mad. We don't give a damn.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll still hang a picture when we're mad.
no, that's not true. Because like I've been told, like, no, I'm not in the mood.
We'll still take out the garbage.
What? I've had lingerie on,
And how
I've been
pissed off
told.
did you get?
I've
You
been
probably got
told.
pissed.
No, I just went to go masturbate.
dare
Like, what-
he?
Exactly. Like
How
what?
dare
Exactly.
You guys ever tell a woman you're not in the mood? I have before.
Exactly.
And, oh man, they get crazy. But if they say it to you, you gotta accept it. But if you say it to them, they're ready to fucking go ballistic. It's nuts,
Yeah,
man.
it's
Yeah.
crazy,
They
but
can't handle it.
So you
like-
can't say that.
like
you
they
can't say
said,
that. Man.
the
Don't do that.
temperature is dictated by the woman in the house, for real, for real.
Oh yeah.
I don't know any man. You could probably ask a ton of men, and they that have a woman in the house.
Mm-hmm.
If that's his wife, that's his main lady, his children's mother, whatever.
Uh-huh.
They'll always say, when we know everybody in that house, the family knows when mom got attitude.
Yeah,
that
it changes
it-
the whole vibe of the house.
You know, but you got to remember, you all make it a home.
Yeah.
We give you a house, you make it a home. So
Absolutely.
if you're making it a home, if you're the one that's doing that, and then you got a problem, everybody got a problem. Now we trying to figure out what's going on with moms.
But then you guys in your head say that you guys can't make us happy.
We can't.
Not at all.
It's not our job to make you happy.
No, absolutely. So then why say that? Because a woman should be happy,
A person should be
like
happy.
Yeah, a person should be happy.
before all of that.
Yeah, we just saying it's easier. Well, it's easier to put us in environments to make us happy.
No, you all should be happy, and we should just add to your happiness.
It's just
Yeah.
not as complex to make a guy happy.
Right,
As-
because you need balanced food and sex.
Yeah, it's just simpler. Simpler.
And
You guys
your
are
whiskey.
more-
You know, I'm gonna tell you how simple
not
it
that.
is. I'm gonna tell you how simple we are. Right? You all can give us sex as a gift, and we good, and we won't complain. Tell your woman for the next 10 years you're not getting no gifts. You go get this ping in you, and that's your gift. She gonna be like, what? She would not accept that for a long period of time.
That's true.
Us,
What? That shit's
if we
unacceptable.
knew on our birthday and Christmas, this is what was going on, we would accept it like, I'm
I don't
good.
know, man. I want a present, too.
Oh my my God.
Yeah, but listen, if she's like, okay, you can have this, or you can have this,
Oh, yeah, I'm taking
these
that. I'm
yams.
taking that,
You
yeah.
taking the yams.
It depends though. It's got to be something
Even
like
though-
out of the ordinary.
even though it's
got to be not like.
But it's still yams. Whether
a
she
couple times
gift
a week
wrap
type
it
of thing.
differently.
It's got to be something that's like outrageous.
That's all I'm
You know.
saying. She could come in looking, you know what I'm saying, looking like Marge Simpson. It don't matter. It's still yams.
Marge Simpson.
It's the same yams you got in June
All right, we know
that
your
you get in
fantasy.
December.
His fantasies, Marge Simpson. Oh shit!
I'm just saying, whatever little
Vaccine.
crazy spicy thing you go do, is still, we will accept that as a gift
And he
and
right.
not complain. Not complain. If she did that and was like, here's a sandwich, you would be like, damn, this is the best
In the
birthday
mic.
ever.
God dang.
I'm so sorry.
But anyway,
I'm not together, guys. Don't judge me.
I'm just saying. So that's why I say it's a lot simpler to put us in that,
Yeah,
that
I agree with
frame than you guys.
it is.
And then a lot of times they expect you to remember too. You know, like oh yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what I want.
But see, that's why I'm glad I'm over 40. Because I'll forget why I walked in the room.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
exactly.
why the hell
I
did
tell
I
my
come
wife
in
all
here?
the time, what do you want? What do you want for your birthday? What do you want for this? You know, and it's like, she used to, now she tells me, but she used to want me to just figure this shit out based on clues she gave me like a month ago. I don't fucking remember.
You know what's a trick? When she say something, just put it in a cart.
It's my birthday. It's 5:30.
You know what? If you don't get out of here,
Right.
Look at your phones. Check the time. It's 5:30. Nice reminder.
oh my God.
Anyway, yeah, she a little off today. Probably the pain meds or the
I'm not on pain medication.
cold meds, whatever it is. But
No.
yeah,
Allegra.
but in conclusion, what we're saying is that understanding your partner is very important, right?
Yes.
So knowing the temperature of what that partner, how they react to things, how easy it is to talk to them in certain ways, whether yelling affects them, talking quiet, you just have to know that temperature. So you got to understand your partner before you make it long term, so
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about the NFL. I am happy that it is back.
Yes.
Preseason
Is over.
is over.
Woo!
It is over. And this week,
Time for the nitty gritty.
time for the nitty gritty. She excited.
I'm so excited.
So-
I might be
so-
going to a game. Like, what?
So-
Super excited.
This week, last preseason game, Shilo Sanders
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I saw that.
got cut from the NFL.
Yeah.
Another one of Deion kids in the news, right?
You love Deion Sanders.
I
man.
do. I love Prime.
Prime time.
No, but
I saw it. It's
Shouldn't have punched that guy, man.
he shouldn't have. There's rules.
there are rules,
Yeah.
but to get kicked out,
He probably should have got fined. But you know they got it out for him.
usually that is what happens. But again,
Yeah.
this
then-
is another
and then
situation.
it's not like he just did it out of nowhere. I
Something
saw
must
the
have
whole-
happened, dude, with
was
Sanders.
the dude-
No, I mean like Deion Sanders with the NFL commissioner. Maybe he like stole his girl back in the
Listen,
day.
I
or
don't
some
know.
shit.
They are strictly punishing
I don't know, but
his kids because of that.
the name.
But,
I'm telling
they-
you the
for
name.
whatever reason.
And they don't like that probably Dion is still generating he's still generating like such an impact in NFL and in football that they just don't like to see other people, like there's so much hate in the world.
Let me tell you my take on that. Now, when they replayed it, Zach Davidson that was going against him, he had an altercation with. When they replayed it, he put his hand inside his helmet trying to get at his eyes. They replayed it. He kept going at him, and he grabbed and put his hand in his mask. So that's when he swung on him.
Yeah.
So now,
Still shouldn't have swung.
no, he shouldn't have, right? Because
But I know how it is, though.
yeah,
I've had, when I play football, I've
And they're
had
just
guys
trying to target.
do some of the dirtiest stuff. You'll get
Right,
tackled.
right,
I've had
right.
people try to twist my ankle. I've had people try to poke me in the eye. I've had people spit It's crazy out there, man.
Yeah.
So
I played rugby, and then I've also played water polo, and water polo is intense. And like girls, they get so like. Wow. Okay, I have played rugby in college. Thank you. Like, what's so funny?
ain't nobody talking about the rugby, water polo.
Yes, that's intense. It's like soccer treading water at the same time. And,
Probably is hard.
okay.
No, I believe it is. It's
Okay.
Because you got more resistance with the water. so you can't
Exactly.
move.
Hey,
Like,
man, and your punches is slower. You see it coming in that water.
no, but see, you can't like bring your hand. The only time your hand can come above water is when you have the ball and you're about to throw it into the goal. Other than that, all the dirty work goes down under the water.
That's terrible. You know
Yeah,
what?
so
you
you
can't
have
move.
girls like
Dirtiness.
pulling and like pulling at like, yeah, dirty. Super dirty.
Y'all be kicking each other.
Kicking, you would have bruises all on your leg, like and scratches. Like girls are gonna scratch, pull.
What I'm
like
saying
they're
is-
pulling
I
at
don't
your-
even know how to
The
game
more
this.
violent is the rugby, and you felt the water polo.
Okay, I'm glad I can make you laugh, and I'm glad I can make you all smile
But you know, but-
today.
But you know, athletes, they do serve
You
as
got tears in your eyes.
he's crying.
He's emotional.
They,
Water
Let it
polo,
out.
man.
Don't let you're a gladiator. Remember. No crying.
no crying.
Oh,
So,
man.
but athletes, they serve as a role model.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people saying they shouldn't or whatever it is, but they are, right? There's kids looking at them. My son plays football. He's looking at Justin Jefferson saying, hey, I like Justin Jefferson. I want to be like that person because I want to play football. I want to catch and stuff like that. So there are rules to football.
Mm-hmm.
So him punching was against the rule. And I think he should have been fined.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fine.
I think it was too extreme.
yeah,
But I think they got it out for the Sanders a little bit.
yeah.
And,
We've been saying that
you know,
since
so-
the draft.
At the same time, a lot of people say that he's not that good either.
And that
So-
I think he is not putting up the numbers
Yeah,
in
right.
preseason what he's supposed because he's third string. They're making cuts.
No, and he's
Yeah, so they
and
probably
he's a
don't care
safety.
if they get rid of him. Plus,
Right.
he might not be that much of an influential team leader. So they're just like, whatever. This guy is not going to matter that much. If
His
he
margin was very slim. I mean, you can't be third string and getting in a fight and doing things like, oh, we don't need this loose cannon.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So, no, he shouldn't have punched him. But at the same time, I understand why the fuck he punched him.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the
I
fuck
understand
out of
why
my
he punched him.
face.
He probably
Yeah, that's
should-
terrible.
If,
Poke
for
me
the
in the
punch
eye.
itself,
What happened to the other guy?
Nothing.
And that's another story.
Exactly.
He wasn't
Racist motherfuckers.
he wasn't kicked out or nothing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So you got to be able. I know you're throwing a flag, but that's the whole reason why we can review stuff and look at stuff. So something
Yeah.
still should have. And I'm not saying the ref would have done something. What I'm saying is that as the league, you should be looking at that and saying, okay, well, it was a provoked thing. When does that
I'm sure
come
they
into
looked at
play?
it to an
When
extent.
things are being provoked, because it was a time where what was his name? Adonica Sue. He was like doing real
Yeah.
dirty stuff. And like, it's like, okay, he a superstar, so we just letting this ride. Continue this type of behavior? And he did.
yeah, and that's probably what they would have did with him if he was a better player. They probably looked at the
Yeah.
whole situation overall and they're like, okay, well,
and I don't
we'll
think
just find if he was good, they'd probably be like, all right, we'll just fine him and let it slide. But they want, everything else, all those other factors came.
if
into
they
play.
kicked him off because of the incident, I believe that was wrong. If they didn't, and it's because
I'm sure it
of-
played a part, but
It,
It
Possibly.
definitely did. It
Possibly.
definitely did.
possibly, but he was third string, and
Yeah.
they have to make cuts. This on how many people they can only have on the team?
52, right?
52, I believe. So, yes, he got cut, and his own actions. That's his actions caused that. Because
Yeah.
well, his numbers too, as far as like his
Well,
gameplay,
but you know what? You never know because
played a role in it too. That's what you're saying.
I've
Not
been-
just his action.
I've been to and tried out and was cut, and a lot of times you kind of know sometimes. You can kind of assess like if I'm gonna be here or not. You'll have people that came in that were signed, and you're like, man, this person got a bigger name than you. So it might have been a little bit of frustration during the game too. Aside from that, we don't know exactly what was happening to him prior to that situation because other players will target you too. So it could have been a whole game of dirty stuff, and you just,
Yes, exactly.
you snap.
And everybody knows what's going on. The season starts next week. So cuts got to be made. People are dirty.
I'm surprised though that the Sanders are a big name and they're generating a lot of marketing and publicity.
Yeah, but
everybody's paying attention to this shit.
But if you trash, you trash. I'm not saying he is, but I talked before about like Jordan's kid. Remember Michael Jordan kid? They just, okay, you're Jordan's kid, so that means, he's putting you on and you gonna be as talented, and he wasn't.
Yeah,
so just because you got that name don't mean, you're not the best. Right. So it was like, he didn't make it. And he's supposed to be, the son of the greatest basketball player ever.
Yeah. I don't even think he made it past high school.
I don't think I think he did go to college, but I don't think he did well.
I think the ejection sealed his fate from what he did. Because let's just say him and another guy on third string were playing the exact same game, right? They both had 3 tackles, 2 interceptions. They forced fumble, got a fumble recover, but I believe his action caused that getting kicked off the team.
Could be, but
yeah.
I don't think he's just out there like out and about. I think somebody's going to end up grabbing him that needs a defensive back or something like that.
Yeah,
so I think somebody's going to get him because everybody.
Plus, they want the Sanders name.
Ain't looking too well against what they've what they scouted and the people that they got. They got some some real mediocres out there in some of these teams. So hopefully somebody will pick them up.
And hopefully the other person knows not to put your hand in my face.
Damn.
They're not.
Well, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
They dirty. He done learned
That's what my mom always said. Somebody put their hands on you, you hit them back.
Was that in water polo?
What if it's just
no? That's in everything.
In your face, though. It's not on you.
No, just
but
either way.
I'm just messing with you.
Yo, so Tyreek Hill is also in the news, going through a divorce.
Oh yeah,
going through a divorce.
Yeah,
he got a shitty deal. I heard.
Man, they said he has to pay $20,000 to $50,000 a month, and a big $500,000 just up front.
Now, do we know any factors of how the courtroom was? Because this is what I'm thinking. It's just my theory.
Okay,
is that a good part of that is because he probably pissed the judge off. So it's just like anything. Like if you piss off a person of authority, they're gonna be like, "Fuck you," So he probably was acting like an ass, talking shit to the judge.
I hate the law when it comes to divorce. I hate it. I hate the fact that there's no
or child support.
And child. I think that
the guy gets fucked
with divorce law. Yeah, you get an F, but I think what would help is that F'd. You only get an amount depending on the time you're in it. It's no way that you're with somebody for 17 months and you're able to acquire that.
Not even 17.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There had to be other factors involved.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if I'm with you 40 years, yeah, you know what I mean? 40 years, I put in the work, the time, 20 years or whatever. But we got people that's doing it like we talked before about the Tony Braxton. That was less than this. So you're telling me she gets that amount just for being his wife for 15 months? That's bananas.
But it's not even a fair amount, though. I mean, he had to piss the judge off.
But that ain't even it.
Why would they rule like that?
That's
some laws just automatically will do that depending on the state you in. Automatically, when you get married and you're with them for a certain amount of time, you'll get 50% or whatever the case.
That's crazy, man.
Which is crazy that they never set themselves up with their finances so that can't happen. Which ain't hard. They just got to do it. But I'm so in love, she ain't never leaving me.
Right. That's what you believe at the beginning.
Right. Yeah. But you're fool with it. You got what about
the modern day job.
Yeah, who was the soccer player that everything was in his mama's name?
Yeah.
And then his wife tried to get him, but she couldn't because everything was in his mama's name.
Tom Brady did that too, didn't he?
No, not Tom Brady.
No, I think it was Tom Brady. I forgot it was the soccer player that did it. So I'm like, anybody can do that, bro.
Not Ronaldo, is it?
No, it wasn't Ronaldo.
But anyway, they said that he still has to pay the taxes.
She get the house. He got to pay the mortgage, and she living in it.
Dude, there's no way.
Insurance. Any debts, internet, he has to pay the internet.
He had to piss somebody off.
Health
bro.
insurance.
No judge is going to go that extreme on you.
Bro.
Just from the law is not going to be that extreme.
You got to pay for it. So she can go ahead and get her a new man and be in that house.
He's living good.
And he still got to pay for that. Long as he don't marry her, he still got to pay for that house while she's in there with her new boo.
Yeah.
Now, with a divorce, how long is the alimony
Here it is.
or the
What, the soccer player?
Yeah.
what's his name? His name is Akraf Hakimi. Yeah, Hakimi, something like that.
Yeah. And it
Akraf
says that he
Hakimi.
put his assets in his mother's name.
Yeah.
And arrangement, he confirmed, was a long-standing family practice and not a strategy for his 2023 divorce from Hibiba Abok. This financial setup became public during the divorce proceedings when his ex-wife was informed that his wealth, including his PSG salary, was registered under his mother's name, resulting in her receiving nothing from the settlement.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
And I'm not saying you shouldn't
Take
get
notes.
something.
Take
but
your
my
notes.
thing is that you put it away and then you only get so much money. So if you want to get my money, you got to get what I'm getting out of this.
He's worth $30 million.
Yeah. So my thing, that's what I'm saying. So nah, that's my thing. If you're getting that type of money, I think there should be a time limit on how long you were with me to get that money.
Isn't he still in the NFL?
Yeah,
Tyreek, yeah.
He should have stayed on the Chiefs.
Well, I mean, it wasn't even like he had
I
a
think
choice.
his contract was up.
No, he wanted to leave.
That's what
he
I'm
did.
saying.
Yeah.
They would have like three-peated, four-peated.
Four-peated.
Yeah. They would have been a dynasty.
No, it's not. But he's still getting his bag. He's still getting his bag.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, for,
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's why they say, man, just go ahead and deal with somebody before you got anything. Before you got everything. You know what I'm saying? Because trying to meet somebody when you got something, super hard. It's hard to trust them, man.
I don't know. I think he pissed somebody off in that. I think he pissed the judge off.
Yeah, I guarantee. No, and
Because
the
there's
thing
no
is,
way. There's no way they're gonna rule that much against him. So it's like a whole nother extreme end.
Well,
It's not even like something that would be a reasonable amount.
Well, it's a lot of people praying on that too. Because you look at when you look at somebody like let's say Halle Berry. I think Halle Berry is paying all her baby daddies in some way. You know what I mean? As far as their kids and everything like that. So my thing is that if I know your last two kids, but like if you got two baby daddies before me, I know that just happened to them. Why would I think and be so foolish that I wouldn't run into that same situation where she's like, all right, here, the baby got to go with you and I'll just give you this money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, do I go in there knowing that, like, okay, if we have a kid, I'm going to get paid? So that's what I'm thinking. Like, it's like some of this stuff got to be, from people just preying on people that got money.
I'm sure a lot of it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what everybody thinks is going on with Travis Hunter. Didn't they just have a kid?
No.
I saw
they didn't
some
have a
shit
kid.
online about that.
Is she pregnant?
Must have been bullshit.
Nah, it was BS. I don't think they're getting a divorce or anything like that. But like Halle Berry, she is paying like $8,000 a month in child support.
Yeah.
And that's nuts.
That is nuts.
That's nuts.
Child support is crazy. $8,000 a month. Who is spending
Yeah,
that?
but dude, how much is she making? It's a percentage of what you make.
It don't. I'm not saying just her. I'm just saying in general, child support in general.
Is what?
Like when you see somebody that they're like they got to pay $50,000 a month or $20,000 a month in child support. What? Kid?
Yeah, but dude, if you're making $5 million a year, it's fair.
No, I think it should be a number set.
No, it's based on what you make. Your W-2 form.
Your W-2 form, right?
Yeah, that's how it should be.
But it's still crazy though, man. What? Why? If my thing is
say it's 20%.
No, you know
if
what?
You
Make
make fucking 10,000
like,
versus
if you can prove
10 million.
that's what you all were spending when y'all were together for the kid, then that's what they should get.
it's too fucking
That's what I think.
complicated, dude. How are you gonna do that?
Why?
Why?
How are you
Why
gonna
is
do
that complicated?
How are you gonna prove that?
Look at
One
look at
person's
what you-
gonna be trying to disprove it. The other one's going to be trying to prove.
What I'm saying is, let's say
And
you
it's
never.
not gonna be true on
You're
either
not.
side.
Let's say you're not spending $20,000 on each other, right?
Exactly.
You're not spending that on each other each month, but I'm gonna give it to the baby each month because we decide we go get a divorce or we're not together. That's crazy.
That person
Well, the
never
thing
has
is,
to work again.
the man always is going to take care of the woman that he has children by.
That's a lie.
Why?
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
Hell nah.
Oh,
I
What
know
made you
somebody.
think that?
because it's just I thought it was just
There's
general
plenty of,
general principle. I don't know.
Deadbeat dads.
Yeah, tons of them.
And a
I
lot
have
of
one.
deadbeat moms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one too. Why are you saying that then? Why are you saying that the guy's going to take care of the woman?
Because I've met a lot of men that like do.
Yeah, but there's tons that don't.
Exactly.
But like my thing is like, if you're not Jeff Bezos, right?
Jeff Bezos.
Bezos, right? And that's
Yeah.
his name, right?
Jeff Bezos.
So if you're not that, right, and you just a rich guy, wouldn't it be better for you and beneficial that you just stay with him because you'll have more access to all of it rather than
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
amount that
that's
they're
why
giving you?
so many women put up with so much bullshit.
It's cheaper to keep her.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of that stuff, what they say, divorce and everything like that, is pretty much initiated by the women. Their percentage is higher.
Yeah, it's higher
yeah,
percentage for
sometimes,
sure,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you
that-
got to make sure. Yeah, I'm not signing a prenup. None of that.
Not
so-
only that, but
but
the
you just
percentage
gotta
you're
make
talking
sure.
about where it's initiated by the woman, that's probably not. That's overall. So it's not the women that are with millionaires.
No, that's what I'm saying.
doing
It's
that.
overall. So
Yeah.
that's my point.
It's just
So
the
it's like
women with
when
broke
you
guys.
say it's cheaper to keep her, they are trying to keep her.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
they're
yeah,
bouncing.
Exactly.
So
Either
it's like
way, though.
that saying is kind of out the window. Like it's not held like it used to be.
Oh, definitely not. Women are leaving right now. All these women are looking at these men as piggy banks. You know, they're getting with these athletes and they're not even staying together longer than 2 years. All
Yeah.
these relationships are ending real quick if you look at it, right?
That's why you got to stay in it for 10 years before you get this bread. If you don't work now, aside from like getting abused, like if you're getting beat up like Tina Turner,
But she
then
did.
you need to be out of there.
But it was an assault on with Tyreek Hill. That's what the police was called there for.
No, that was part of the plan,
Who
so
knows
she
though,
can
man?
get out of
Huh?
it.
Yeah, right. She could just be making that shit up.
Yeah. And the crazy, how do you assess that too, unless it's a camera for a guy? If you're hitting me and you're just not hitting me enough to bruise me, right? And I call the police and say, yeah, I want her arrested for assault.
They're gonna
Like,
laugh at you, man.
you know what I'm saying? They laugh at you.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't happen a lot. It probably does, but I'm sure there's a small percentage of women too that make that shit up.
But they
and
gotta,
guys
you
going to
gotta get
jail.
caught in the act, meaning I gotta have something substantial on my body or it's gotta be caught on film to be believed majority of the time when it come to men.
I don't know about that one though. That's how you gonna. What if it's really happening?
What I'm
How you-
saying is that you just saying the words is not enough. Meaning, like,
Yeah,
if-
right.
All
Yeah,
right, I'm
there's
gonna
gotta
give you an
be some
example.
more to that,
If you
but
went
yeah.
to the police and was like, "Man, what do they call it? I gotta say grape now, right?" If you said I got graped, right?
They're gonna spin
And
it
what
back.
I'm saying is that I know the woman that did it to me. If they gonna be like, "Yeah, all right, bro," you know, they don't take it
Right.
as serious.
They're
as
still
if
gonna investigate
the-
it though, because you're making.
But
a
what I'm
report.
saying is they'll come and get you right away. If a woman call and say you just beat
Right.
her, they come to get you right away.
Yeah, you're guilty
Instantly.
until proven innocent, whereas
Yeah.
the woman's innocent until proven guilty.
And that's what
you're
happened
saying.
to me. I was over my girl's house, and my ex came over, rang the doorbell. She answered because, you know, we had a kid together, whatever. This is one of my kids' moms. Had a kid together. She didn't want to let the relationship go. Came over to the new girl's house, rang the doorbell. I was leaving out. She brought another girl and a guy with her, and she just went crazy. And I'm trying to leave, jump in my car. She jumped in the car with me, started attacking me in the car. I jumped out of the car. She jumped out. I locked it and started walking back because I was taking lunch break. At the same time, I hear the guy on the phone talking about there's a guy hitting a woman. Didn't touch this woman, no marks, nothing. He just came for his girl and was trying to, they was trying to set me up.
Yeah.
The cops pulled up and she's in the back of the squad car talking about that's him.
Pointing to you?
Pointing to me.
Oh my God. What Jerry Springer?
For dead ass.
So what happened? What the cops say?
So now I'm halfway back to work and the cops said, we don't believe her. This is literally what the cops said.
So they didn't believe her?
They said no, because look, dude, I'm a 200+ pound guy. This girl is 120 pounds. If I hit her, you'll see every knuckle on this chick. Now, they said, we have to take you in because that's just what it is. Now, they took me in. Court date came. She got up there. The judge saw her attitude. She brought pictures and everything, like she rubbed her neck. And everything. Okay. First, it was I hit you.
Yeah. I don't understand, like, why.
But this is what she
wanted
said.
Revenge, man.
This is what she said. She was telling me in the process, she'll drop the charges if I get back with her.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's nuts, right?
Women are sick.
So now we in court, and she's over here talking about, yeah, he was running from the cops and all this. The cops stood up there and said, he was not running, Judge. He was walking. He cooperated. She was irate. She was going crazy and all this stuff. The judge dropped the charges and turned to her and said, you're just a jealous woman. This guy did not do this.
Yeah.
And do that to you.
I don't know why.
That's fucking awesome, though. That happened in your favor because most of the time it's probably going to happen the opposite way.
Yeah,
it is. She was going crazy, and she was kind of.
Well, but see, he didn't tell y'all the beginning of the story. He had broke up with her the day before, so she thought he was just going out for milk.
And he was going.
She
went to the other lady house.
That ain't
milkman is here.
You were player.
That ain't what happened. Nah, I was sleeping on the couch. We was living together and everything. I was trying to get out that situation, but I wasn't rocking with her no more. But it was my fault that the feelings were still there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you were playing both sides of the fence.
I was not. You're not listening to the whole story. I said.
You just broke up with her the day before.
I did not. Don't listen to this fucking guy.
I think he knows that's your best friend.
Don't listen to this guy. I did not break up with her before.
You're a player.
You know what I can tell you?
You guys were already living like you were broken up at that point for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
And you had a whole new girlfriend somewhere else.
Me and this girl was talking and everything like that.
And you said you were going back from lunch break, so you went to go get booty for lunch?
Yeah.
She made him a sandwich.
That's what it is. Said it's easy to please somebody.
Sandwich and a cream pie.
Oh my God. You guys are so fucking gross.
No.
Sweet potato pie.
No, but the whole point of the story is that women would lie on men and they could get arrested, put away in jail just because you don't want to fuck with them.
Yeah, see, I've gotten into like real crazy like arguments, but I'm never doing that. I'm never about to like call the police on you or no. And even the times that like the altercation when we talked a couple weeks ago, him throwing like shit at me and this and that, like I still didn't call the cops. I called my family. And that's a different type of conversation.
You said something interesting to me, and I always had a thing about that. It's the couch thing, right? I always told whoever I was with, I don't care how mad we are. I'm not sleeping on that couch.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Me and my wife get in a fight.
If you mad,
like,
you go to the couch. I'm staying where it's comfortable. Exactly. You know what I mean? I don't care what's going on.
But that's if you're in a relationship. I was trying to get out the relationship until, hey.
It was more beneficial for you to sleep on the couch.
It was toxic.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with you. I'm going to sleep on the couch until it's time to go.
She didn't want you to sleep.
No, but I've definitely learned.
I'm staying in the bed.
Yeah, I've definitely learned.
Well, she didn't want him to sleep on it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
I used to like get up and like go sleep in the guest room, but I have learned my lesson that only makes shit worse. So it's just like, okay, I'll get in the bed, but don't touch me.
Guest room, they lived in the studio.
No, not at all. Houses with guest
No, that's
room.
what I'm saying. Guest room.
Yeah, I will go sleep in the guest room.
No, that's crazy.
No, never. I'm never hitting the couch.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I just feel for me, it's the same thing. I mean, if I'm pissed off and I'll be like, all right, I'm going on the couch. But if she's pissed off, I ain't going on the couch.
I don't care if I'm pissed
sleeping in
off
the
or
bed.
not.
She could sleep on the couch.
I'm not going to sleep anywhere uncomfortable. That's my bed.
Well, it's just
I don't care.
it depends if you want to be around her or not, I guess.
Nah, but I agree too. Like at this point where I'm at, man, me and my wife, if we have an argument, we can both sleep in bed. We don't have to cuddle or whatever it is,
Yeah,
but I'm
right,
not
right,
sleeping
right,
on the couch.
Right.
That what am I sleeping on the couch for? What is that solving?
Right. They show that
It's
on
more
shows
for
and everything.
yourself.
And I just be looking like, you the most punk ass person ever. Oh no, you gonna sleep on me. And they come out and throw pillows and stuff at them. You like, okay, darling. Nah, you out your damn mind.
Hell nah.
I'm part of this house too. You ain't putting me nowhere.
Yeah, so that's crazy. But yeah, well, thoughts and prayers for Tyreek Hill also, man, because, that's crazy. If it was an assault, hopefully he's not,
Gonna lose his whole fortune.
yeah, because that's his NFL career, right?
Yeah.
If it goes down as assault, it gets bigger than this and everything like that. The dude could lose his NFL career, especially if it wasn't,
Yeah, do them like Ocho Cinco.
allegedly. So, y'all have anything else y'all want to get off y'all bird? Nothing else?
I'm good.
Yeah. Shouts out to
Shouts out to Mr. Holland, NYC. Over in Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? I gotta say it like Biggie.
No, we had
Where
such a
Brooklyn
good
at?
conversation.
Where Brooklyn at?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
was
No,
a
no.
good show, yeah. But
Yeah.
that wraps up this episode of Full Volume, No Filter. Whether you laughed, nodded, roll your eyes, or all three, just know we appreciate you for rocking with us. From our messy mouths to your loyal ears, we love you loud. Until next time, stay real, stay loud, and stay you.
Full volume, no filter.